Riya Sharma was just another 22-year-old lifestyle influencer from Mumbai. But what made her different was how she disappeared right after a single Instagram story. That story, posted at 2:47 a.m., showed her terrified face whispering, "They're not human." Her followers thought it was a prank, a marketing stunt, until she never posted again. Her DMs were flooded. Her family filed a missing persons report, and police traced her last known location to an abandoned colonial bungalow near Lonavala. The bungalow had no electricity, no signal, and had been uninhabited for decades. Locals said even the animals avoided it, and those who entered often came back, changed. The police discovered her phone inside, screen cracked, camera still recording in night vision mode. The last 20 seconds of footage were horrifying. Her sobbing, a scratching noise behind her, and then a distorted voice whispering, "Come closer." Forensics found fingerprints on the phone that didn't match any known species. 5 fingers, but twisted unnaturally, and the skin was decaying yet still moist. Her family hired private investigators when the police quietly dropped the case without explanation. One of those investigators, Samir Malik, went inside with a body cam and never came back. His last recorded footage showed him staring into a mirror where his own reflection blinked out of sync. After that, Riya's Instagram started posting again. But the pictures weren't of her. They were blurry images of dark hallways, claw marks on doors, and captions like "so close." Still watching. Hackers tried to trace the posts but couldn't find the device. It was as if the uploads were coming from nowhere. Some believe her soul is trapped inside the app, forced to post what the thing shows her. One urban explorer claimed he visited the bungalow and saw Riya through a window, still wearing the same clothes from that night. But her eyes were completely black. When he ran, he said he could hear her voice calling from inside his phone, even after he turned it off. Now, no one dares follow missing people cases linked to viral accounts. Authorities scrub social media records to hide the pattern, because the ones who go too deep into the story end up becoming part of it. You can still find her account. It's private, but at exactly 3 a.m., it accepts one follower. No one knows what happens after you're accepted, because no one ever unfollows. The police were done, the case shelved quietly like hundreds of other digital vanishings. But I wasn't ready to let Riya disappear. Not like that. I was her cousin, Arif. We weren't close, but her mother begged me to look into it when the police stopped picking up her calls. I worked as a junior cybersecurity analyst in Pune. Nothing fancy, but enough to trace metadata, spoof IPs, and break into private networks. So when Riya's private Instagram accepted one new follower at 3 a.m., and it was mine, I wasn't just scared, I was ready. The account didn't post anything at first, but then came a story. Just blackness at first, then faint breathing. It sounded like her, fast and uneven, like she was hiding or crying. In the last second, a faint whisper, "He's watching through the mirror." I stared at my phone screen. My reflection blinked once, but I didn't. I dropped the phone so hard it cracked. But when I picked it up, the story was gone. I tried replaying it from Instagram's data archive, but the file was corrupted. I opened the raw folder to check the hidden cache and found an audio file that wasn't supposed to be there. I put on my headphones and hit play. First 5 seconds, silence. Then, a voice I didn't recognize, deep and wet and slow. "You've seen her. Now she'll see you." I unplugged everything and shut down the system. But the screen didn't turn off. It showed my webcam feed. I covered the camera with tape. But when I looked away, I saw the tape was gone, and so was my reflection. I slept on the couch with the lights on, headphones in, and the phone in another room. In my dreams, I saw a hallway with broken tiles and claw marks, and Riya standing at the end, smiling. I woke up with blood on my nose and dirt on my feet. My apartment was locked from the inside. It didn't stop there. My phone began turning on by itself at 3 a.m. every night, displaying notifications I didn't open. Sometimes it would flash Riya's old selfie from her last known story, her eyes wide, mouth open, as if mid-scream. But her background was changing. Each night, something new appeared behind her. A hand on her shoulder, a face in the shadows, a door opening behind her. One night, I tried to screen record it. But when I played back the footage, it was just me, standing in my own hallway, filming nothing. I decided I had to go to that bungalow in Lonavala. Even if it was just to prove to myself it was all psychological. I took the train early, carrying only a flashlight, portable charger, and a printout of her phone's GPS location. It led me straight to the gate of that abandoned colonial wreck, rusted iron, cracked windows, and vines climbing over the brick. Locals watched me like I was already dead. One man muttered in Marathi, "If you hear her voice, don't reply. She mimics." The air inside was heavier than it should have been, like the house was breathing slowly, and I was already in its lungs. My flashlight flickered as soon as I stepped into the living room. The walls were covered in something dark, not blood, not paint, just damp. There was a mirror above the old fireplace, not a speck of dust on it. I looked into it, half expecting something cinematic. Nothing. But when I turned away, I saw a movement in the reflection. Ria was standing behind me. I spun around, no one. I looked again. She was still there, but this time she was smiling wider. Her eyes were black, and her lips weren't moving, but I could hear her voice. "You came late. He already left you pieces." I turned and ran, crashing through broken furniture, and reached what looked like the kitchen. There was an old rotary phone on the floor, ringing. It stopped the moment I touched it, and then it whispered, "Next post in 2 minutes." I didn't wait. I ran out of that house, into the rain, down the hill, through the thorned brush, anything to get away from that voice. My flashlight died mid-sprint, but I didn't stop. Not until I reached the highway and flagged down a delivery truck like a lunatic. The driver barely slowed down until I screamed Ria's name. His eyes widened, and he slammed the brakes. "You saw her?" he asked, his voice shaking. "Her story came back again tonight, and there's a man behind her now." I didn't ask how he knew that. I just climbed in and said, "Drive. Anywhere." Back in Pune, I tried pretending none of it happened. Told myself it was grief, obsession, a deep psychological breakdown. But then my friends started messaging me weird things. One said, "Bro, your cousin just went live. Is this a prank?" Another said, "Dude, why are you in the background?" I opened her Instagram. The account that had been inactive for months was live. The screen showed the same room from the story, the mirror, the cracked wall. And Ria. She stood silently, crying. Behind her stood me. I swear it wasn't me, but it had my face. Same shirt I was wearing that day. Same phone in his hand. He slowly raised his arm, pointed at the screen. At me. Then, the phone screen cracked on live, and the video ended. I was frozen. Until the knock came on my apartment door. 3 slow knocks. Like wood meeting bone. I didn't move. Didn't breathe. I checked the peephole. Nothing. I placed my ear to the door. Then heard it. Soft breathing, like from a phone speaker, and Ria's whisper. "He said you're next. He likes your voice." That night, my Instagram uploaded a photo. I didn't take it. It was a selfie of me sleeping. My eyes half open, mouth slack. A shape behind me in the shadows. I deleted it instantly. Or tried to. It posted again an hour later, this time zoomed in closer. Every time I deleted it, it reposted, each time a little clearer, a little darker, a little closer. I smashed my phone, burned the pieces, switched to an old Nokia. But 2 days later, my laptop booted up at 3 a.m. The camera turned on by itself. A window popped up. The last Instagram story of Ria. Except it wasn't a video anymore. It was a live stream. And she wasn't crying this time. She was staring straight at me. Then she whispered something I never forgot. "If you see this, he's already inside." The screen went black. My room did too. Only thing I could hear was the sound of a phone camera clicking.